What's good, y'all? I hope y'all been taking care of yourself. And today I am going to show you all how to make this shit.
You on the track now.
Disclaimer, my speaking game ain't perfect yet, but we're still getting this knowledge out of here. If I stumble or mess up, it's all part of the process, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for sticking with me while I level up. Let's get it.
Alright, it's been 1 year. Holy. Alright, hold on, let me get in my mood, bro. Alright. What's good, y'all? This is WierdKid, and yes, I'm still alive, man. I know, 1 year no upload. That's tough. I disappeared like Avatar, but guess what? I'm back, my baby. My bad for the inconsistency, man. Life hit me with a side quest. But hey, if you're still here watching this, you're a real one, my J. I hope y'all been taking care of yourself, locking in, getting better, you feel me? Because today, we're cooking, yes. Open FL Studio right now. Let's just get straight into the video. Let's start with the drums, man. I'ma break it down real quick on how I make this pre-drop right here. So first thing that I remember, I go on search in internet for raw style kick, and then I got this type of kick sample, bro. And then this one too. And I put some sidechain. Doubt it. The first thing that I put, this one, Sabotage, and I put just Pro Q3 and connected to this mixer channel right here. I named it Hard Kick. I put on Bittersweet, Pro MB, Cashmere Essential Kick, Crush Pro, Reverb, Pro Q3, Tape Stop, and last thing, Fruity Balance. So I make sure to make this on every kick sounds the same, and on the last step that I put on Tape Stop with some Fruity Balance to make this stereo, and then mute it because I want to be muted on right here. So this is how the effect sounds like. See? Because without it, the Fruity Balance are gonna keep going. I need the muted sound, bro. Alright. We move on to the next sound, which is this right here. You know what I'm saying? The goated sound, the kicks. You need the kick, bro. And make sure you choose the right kick. This is the kick. Shout out Remedy, goated sample pack, by the way. This is the kick right here. I remember I don't put anything on the mixer channel. I just put it on mixer, and then make sure I make a sidechain also by having Fruity Balance. Why this shit look like this? Because I don't know. Because when I put like right here, it sounds weird. The sidechain just sound weird. So I just drag everything to like whatever is gonna duck the kick sound. All right, we move on to the 808. The 808, the original sounds like this, bro. Yeah, and with some little bit of effects, I got this 808. Yeah, how did I make it? How did I do it? First thing that I put on thermal. I just making sure to make a heavy shaper. It's right here. You just go to here, you choose heavy shaper and make it the shape looks like this. And I move on Pro Q3 to cut some weird ass frequency. And then the ring mod. You need this shit. The ring mod is gonna make the 808 have a higher frequencies where only dogs can hear, but also human can hear it too. So it's gonna make your 808 sound like crisp and fucking hi-fi or some sky-fi or some shit. Yeah. Move on. Saturn 2, my baby. D-Impact Decks. You go to version 1 preset folder. You go to all around, lo-fi and broken, and then D-Impact decks. Next one. Wait, hold on. I forgot. All right, the mixer was 100. All right, the next one, Infiltrator. I don't know what the hell that I do, but what I do know, I choose this preset right here. You go to here, factory bass twisted mids. Yeah, and then I open up Pro Q3 to make my sub bass, like the overall, the lower frequency sounds mono by making the lower frequencies only mono. How the hell did I do this? So first thing first, hold on, let me show y'all real quick. So you left click, you choose shape, low cut, you make it look like this, right? When you do this, you're gonna cut the low frequencies. But when you right click stereo placement and then you choose side, it's not gonna cut it down because it's gonna make your sound mono. Just try it out if you don't know this shit. Just try it out, bro. So I make my sub bass mono, and then I put on OTT to make it more crisp, and then Pro Q3 again to just, I don't know what the hell what I'm doing here. All right, and then Pro MB. Pro MB, what the hell is this plugin for? I mean, if y'all motherfuckers on some professional, explain us in the comment down below. But all right, so basically, what the hell what I'm saying? All right, basically, this Pro MB is gonna make your 808 like more oomph. See what I'm saying? Like when your bass is like not fat and shit, it's gonna make it more fat, and then you're gonna have that oomph. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it is what it is. But try it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on some professional shit. I just know what I'm doing. Hey, nah. I mean, yeah. What I do know, the low oomph preset is gonna make your 808 more oomph. Write it down, bro. All right, we're gonna move on to the next 808, which is right here. Yeah, how the hell did I make this shit? This is the original, right? Yeah. First thing that I do again, I put on thermal, make sure it's on light shape. Before you choose heavy shape, but now you choose light shape. You make the shape look like this, and then I move on, add a little bit of ring mod again by making the mix 33, and then after that I'll put on Pro Q3, look like this. Serum effects, you need this shit. Serum effects, I put on distortion and reverb. The distortion, I choose this preset right here, the down sample, and the drive was 26, mix 100. The reverb, actually, I don't know what I'm tweaking this on about. I don't know what I'm touching here, but I just know that I dragged down the mix to 20%, you know. We move on to Pro Q3. I don't know what the hell this 20 hertz gonna do, but I just do it and then make sure my sub bass mono, tweak a little bit right here. Yes, sir. Then we move on to saturation 2. The preset was basic saturation 0. You go to first and 1 saturation and then basic saturation 0, and the mix was actually 37%. All right, again, Pro Q3 to boost the lower frequencies again, and then Pro MB to make the low oomph. Let's go, man. All right, we're about to move on to the next sound. You know what I'm saying? The same shit, I think, 808 again. Yeah, the 808, this right here, actually just connected to the same mixer channel on the first one right here. Yeah, I just put on this drop bass sound, and it is what it is. All right, we move on to the next sound, which is the whoops or the bunk or the fucking boink. I don't know I don't know what to call this. I know this bass are the main thing in ISOXO sound. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, this sample or this sound design exactly sounds as Boombox Cartel. I'm gonna put the song in here.
Down, back down, down.
Yeah, that is how it sounds like, bro. Pay attention. You know what I'm saying? All right, how the hell did I make this shit? This is the original, right? So shout out to Barely Alive for this sample. Crazy. First thing, I pitch it down a little bit. Yeah, I make sure to minus 41 cent. Pitch it down, make it the pitch correctly, and then I put on mixer channel, right? I put on mixer channel. I make sure to cut the low frequencies, and then saturation 2. Oh shit! In the saturation 2, I make sure to use this preset, the impact decks. You know what I'm saying? And then OTT to make it more crispy, and then Pro Q3 to make my lower frequencies mono, and then cut it a little bit. And the last thing, quick clip to clip your audio. All right. After that, you got this sound. All right, you need more sound design, okay, or whatever. You need more effects, and then after that, I connected to a new mixer channel, which is beside it. I put on Ozone E major 2 to make it more wider, and then Valhalla Room, of course, reverb, fresh air, make it more crisp. Valhalla Room again, make it more reverb. Pro Q3, tweak some frequencies. Pro Q3 again because I couldn't trust my own plugin, so I do it again. and then OTT. So I make this twist look like this. Depth 78, and then the last thing again, Pro Q3 to make this weird ass automation or dynamic range, and then cut the low frequencies. All right, after that, I'm making a new mixer channel again. So the first mixer channel, I only connected to effects, and then from effects, I connected to sidechain right here, and then I want to make a sound that more wider, so I connect to 2 different mixer channels. So it goes to beside it to right here, and then I put on wider plugin. So by the way, shout out Polyverse, Infected Mushroom. This is plugin are free. If y'all want to go grab it, just go grab it by its website. Go to plugin, and then I put on 46%, and then after that I put on Valhalla Room to make it the sound more reverb and then full in the background, right? And then the last step, Pro Q3 again to cut the low frequencies. Know what I'm saying? All right, and after those type of sound design, you get this sound. Yeah, and with some kick also, you're gonna have this shit. I know it's not really that good, but I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, we move on to the next sound, my J, which is the snare, bro. Right here. Shout out to Ozaki 808. I think I got this snare from Mad Kids, or my bad. I got this sample from Kids Gone Mad in Discord server. Shout out to y'all. By the way, shout out to ISOXO. So I got this for free. And then I just clip it down, bro. Yeah, or I make it shorter. And after that, I stack with another snare by Remedy. And after that, right here, I ain't gonna lie, this snare sounds exactly from a game or Ubisoft game from Watch Dogs 2. Yeah, or maybe I'm just tripping. All right, we move on to the next sound, my J, which is the second snare. I got this for free also in Discord server. Yeah, the same Discord server, man. All right, next one, the hi-hat. For the hi-hat, I put on 1/3, and then the second pattern actually look like this. Yeah, that's how it sounds like. And then we move on to crash. This is the crash right here. I don't know how the hell I got this crash. How the hell I got this crash for real? And then after this, I got this Barely Alive Zusai or something. Goated crash. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Barely Alive for this crash, by the way. If y'all paying attention to this crash, bro, I always use this. And then after that, I got this ride with some crash also. And I make some tweak or I make a new arrangement right here. And after that, I make a new pattern. Yeah, that's how you go. There we go. All right, we're gonna move on next to this weird ass sound, which is right here, bro. I'm gonna teach y'all how to make this shit. So I got this from a sample, right? Oh shit, I forgot to mention. Shout out to Eliminate for this goated sample pack. This is the original. Hold on, let me show y'all real quick. This is the original, bro. Sounds dope already. And then I put on a bunch of effects right here. I put on Pro Q3, and then I put on Fresh Air. I put on Serum effects, filter, distortion, hyper, or dimension. And then this is how I make this sound, bro. How the hell I make that? So first you open up Serum effects, you turn on the filter and then put it on above. You open up on MISC or what the hell is this? Or this one right here, this folder. Choose comms, right? And then cut off 26 hertz. And then you go to here, browse parameters or fucking whatever. Right click, create automation clip. And then you're gonna get this weird ass looking knob, right? Or this automation. And then you're gonna make sure you drag it up to whatever the sounds that you like. And then you drag it down again to right here. This is how the shapes look like, and without the automation it's gonna sound like this, and with the automation you're gonna have this sound like this. Yeah. And then after that I'm gonna making sure it sounds clean, so I cut the low frequencies. I put on OTT, Ozone Imager 2, you know, to make it a little bit mono, and then Valhalla Room to make it more, you know, reverb. Turn it down a little bit, the mixer to whatever, the 6/60 range, and then the comment again, reverb goated. Shout out Polyverse. I choose the comment reverb and then drag it down to 62% on the mix, and then Pro Q3, cut the low frequencies again. Shit, I be saying cut low. All right, next or the last are actually OTT, 68% on depth. That's it, and you get this type of stab sound. To make a pitch automation also gonna look like this. I think I just drag it up a little bit by making it plus 84 cents. You can see it right here. Yeah, or I can just show y'all here. Look at this knob, it's gonna go up. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that I'm doing, but it is what it is. So I just trust the process. You feel me? All right, we move on to the next sound, which is right here, bro. Shout out to Akali or Ikali for this goated tempo. And then after this, I put on synth shot or ISO step. Yeah. all right. What else? I'm gonna keep breakdown on the drums first. Yeah, on some snare. And then also right here. Yeah. Shout out excellent sound for this goated sample. So I make sure to make a lever right effect by open up Shaper Box 2 and make the mix 49%. And then I choose this shape and then making sure to cut the low frequencies. And then you got this type of sound. Left, right, you know what I'm saying? All right, move on to the weird sound sample. And then this is the sound that I choose. And then I put on reverb to make a reverse reverb. You know what I mean? That's crazy. All right, this one too, I'm gonna break it down. The sample right here, I just put on Pro Q3, and then this is how it sounds like. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then we're gonna move on to the lead sound. We're gonna move on to the lead sound now, bro. All right, so the first thing that I do was actually put on a hardstyle lead. So I'm gonna show y'all real quick on the synth. The lead is right here. So basically, it sounds like this. So how the hell I make that? First thing that I do was actually open up Silent 1 because I remember the exact sound sounds the same as ISOXO lead, and then I remember it from a hardstyle lead pack because I'll be making a lot of hardstyle songs. And then I open up Silent 1, and this is the preset called Blank Sidewell Canon Lead 4. And then I put on mixer channel. And the first thing that I do, I open up the mixer, I put on OTT to make it crisp. And the next one, Pro Q3 Fresh Air, and I put Saturn 2, and then the preset was actually Basic Saturator O, the mix 70%, and then Pro Q3 limiter, Pro Q3 again to cut the lows, Pro Q3 again to boost or to tweak some little bit of frequencies, and then Ozone E major 2 to make it more wider. After that, I connect to Verb mixer channel. So I make a new mixer channel, right? And then I named it Verb. And then on the Verb mixer channel, I put Valhalla Room, Fruity Limiter to duck the reverb. How do you do it? So you open up Fruity Limiter, right? And you go to Comp, and then you go to Sidechain, right click, and then you choose Lead because it's been connected to the mixer channel right here down below, right? And then after the ducking, I'm gonna open up Ozone E major to make a little bit mono. And then last thing on the Verb mixer channel, I make a phone type of frequencies effects by making this tweak. So without it and with it, I couldn't tell the difference, but yeah. Also to connect to many different mixer channels. So I basically connect to 4 different channels, to Verb, Reverb, Delay, and Lead Plus. So first I explain on the Verb mixer channel, and then after that I'm gonna break it down on here. So I put on Valhalla Vintage Verb, so I don't touch any of this. I just open it up, and then making sure the ducking effects was on. The same thing, bro. Limit, you go to Comp, right click, go to Lead, and then make sure, oh shit, I forgot. Make sure to drag down the threshold and then the knee, and then you make sure drag up on the ratio to make this shape. So you'll have the ducking sound effect. And then I put on Camo Crusher, and again, the phone type of frequencies effects. All right, next thing, delay. I want to make a delay. Same thing, I don't use any preset here, only the stock preset. And then I'm making sure the ducking sound effect also applied to the delay. And I choose on Lead, making the knobs look like this. Camera Crusher, OTT, 50%. And then last thing, the phone effects also on Pro Q3. All right. And every effects on the reverb and delay, these 3 mixer channel also going to Lead Plus, right? Going to Lead Plus, and this is the last step. On the Lead Plus, I put on OTT, Pro Q3 to cut the lows, and then I think this right here to just cut the annoying reverb. Basically, ignore this. And then next one, Pro Q3 to make this type of phone effects, because on the pre-drop, you need the Yeah, you need that like a lo-fi effects. And then soft clipper to clip the sound on every mixer channel. Then tape stop to make the arrow tape stop basically. And then fruity balance to cut the remaining sound to make it more cleaner. All right, that's it, bro. All right, we're gonna move on to the last sound, bro. I'm so excited. All right, it's right here. All right, shout out to Elixir. I put on a bunch of sound. Yeah, this next sound right here. Yeah, so on the mixer channel, I put on OTT, Pro Q3, Saturn 2, Pro Q3 again. Holy DS10 drum shaper. Y'all should go get this. I don't know what the hell is got going on here. Hold up, man. All right, y'all should go get this DS10 drum shaper. Next one OTT, and the next one KHS filter from Kilohertz filter. And then Pro Q3 in the end. And then we're gonna move on to this next sound right here. This is the original sounds like. Oh my days, dude. Yeah, that's how the original sounds like. And then I put on envelope, which is right here. You choose on volume envelope. I make these tweaks. I tweak like this on the knobs, whatever. And then I'm making sure to connect to a mixer channel. And the first step that I do, of course, OTT. Saturn 2, the mix was 96 or 98. My bad, the mix was 68. And Pro Q3, cut the lows. Limiter, OTT, Pro Q3, and then fruity balance. After that, I connect to a new mixer channel and I put on reverb, Valhalla room, OTT again, and limiter to duck the sound, and then Pro Q3. And last thing, fruity balance again to make the remaining reverb quieter. Like so, basically, this is how it sounds like. Yeah, that's how you do it, bro. All right, we're gonna move on to the next sound, which is this right here. This is actually just a noise from 3X oscillator, goated factory plugin from FL Studio, bro. You can make anything from this plugin. All right, so what I do here, actually just a noise. I'm making sure to make this two mix right here go to 0, and then I choose this dice shape, and then I just only copy this shape right here, and then I put on 3X oscillator, and then making sure I open up the goated EQ from FL Studio itself, and then OTT, and this is how it sounds like. Yes, sir. All right, we're moving on to the sound right here again. All right, how the hell did I figure it out, or how the hell I make that? So basically, I got this sample from Splice. It was actually from a funk or Brazilian funk sample pack. So this is how it sounds like. Yeah, that's how the original sounds like. And then I put on mixer channel, put Pro Q3, and after that I connect to a new mixer channel and I put on thermal. Preset was called 808 Lover right here. You go to drums, 808 Lover. For the sub pusher right here, it goes to here, and then the snap was here. And after that, Valhalla room, making sure just a low Valhalla effects on it. Pro Q3 again, Saturn 2, ozone imager to make it more mono. And after that, soft clipper, tape stop to make the tape stop effects, Valhalla room to make the reverb sound effects, and then fresh ear to make it more crisp and bright. All right, that is basically it. And then the last step that I do on this type of sound, actually OTT. So this is the first mixer channel, sounds like. Hold on, let me show you real quick. And then the second mixer channel that I connected. And for the last step, I put on OTT, Pro Q3, Valhalla room to make the reverb sound, Pro Q3 again, and then fruity balance to clean it up. And this is how it sounds like. Yes, sir. All right, I think this is the last step for the synth. It's right here. I remember on the first sound, actually from my Serum pack or Serum preset, it's called Lost Frequencies patch. And then I only make this weird ass sound, which is on one note. Yeah, on the mixer channel, I put Pro Q3, look like this. I only capture some of the frequencies. Put on OTT, Saturn 2, Pro Q3 again, Serum effects, put on Serum effects, Transgate to make the, yeah, to make that type of sound. And for comment, it's for the reverb, Kilohertz filter to make the, yeah, to make the filter or the lo-fi. And then Pro Q3. the last step for that. And then I connect to a new mixer channel and I put on RC20 retro color, go to the plugin. First thing that I do, I turn on the noise, put on white noise, and then turn up the follow knob and then the duck also on 68. And then I turn on the digital sample. I'm making sure it look like this. And then Pro Q3 to cut the low frequencies. And then you get this type of sound. Alright, I'm gonna move on to this sound, which is from NXSTY. Shout out NXSTY sample pack, or the Serum preset also. In Splice, the preset is the preset called Annihilate. Fuck. The preset called right here. Just read it by yourself because I couldn't pronounce it. And then I make this type of one note sound because it goes down already. The pitch goes down already, so I don't need to make an automation. And then this is how it sounds like for the NXSTY preset. Yeah, I think I connect the same. I connect to the same. No. All right, for the NXSTY or for the Serum 2 preset. So for this NXSTY preset, I put on the OG EQ. Just turn down this right here, the lows, and then I put on OTT. Right, and then transgate to make the gated sound trans. That's the original. And then after this, with the kilohertz effects. Yeah, that's how you got it. And then I put on wave shaper, look like this. Pro Q3, cut the lows, ozone imager 2, make a little bit of mono, and then shaper box 2 to make it left and right effects. I put on 60% on the mix, and this is how the original sounds like. And then with those effects, you got this sound. Right, and then this noise right here. I don't know how the hell I got this sample. And then I think I just pitch it down from right here until it goes down to the normal knob. That's how the knob look like. So you go here, making the range on 12, right click, create automation clip, and then you make this type of automation. All right, I'm gonna move on to some other sound also, which is the vocal chop. Alright, so basically this sample actually came from artists. Shout out to you, Fabian Mazur, or correct me if I'm wrong, or I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. Yeah, this preset from Fabian Mazur, goated, bro, artist. And then this is the original, sounds like, with no effects.
Got the whole place jumping, ain't nobody gon' stop. Got the whole place jumping, ain't nobody gon' stop.
Yeah, that's how the original sounds like. And then I put on effects, right? I'm making sure the mode are stretched. And then I go into the mixer channel, which I connected to 43 or whatever you want to put it on. So I'll go to mixer channel and I put on ozone imager to make it more mono. And then I open up manipulator, right? I open up manipulator. I only making this sound and then turn it up on format to 5. And then making sure the dry or wet percentage on 81%. And then after that, I open up Pro Q3 and then the OTT, comment, and then the goated EQ by FL Studio. And then this is how you make the sound. Yes, sir. All right. The remaining sound, maybe this. Yep. And maybe shit, I don't know. What else? What else, bro? Shit. Hey, this is insane. All right, maybe this. Yeah, this one. Yeah. I got this sample from DJ Carnage in Spaceman Trap Remix or bootleg, I don't know. So I just sampled it. And then make this kind of pattern. And I put on mixer channel. I put on manipulator, compressor, OTT, and Pro Q3. Alright, I think that's it. Shit. Alright, I think we're done, bro. And then boom, we're finished, bro. Holy shit. I was actually taking this video or this tutorial to record at least 5 times, bro. I couldn't even remember how many times I record because I was actually cannot talk. My tongue and my mouth cannot speak properly because it's been 1 year and I never practiced to make such a tutorial video. And I'm back again to make sure I'm on the right path. And then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Alright. that's how is the video. I hope y'all learned something for real. All right, so that's for today, and I'm gonna come up with a new video, which is ISOXO again for tutorial. So make sure y'all like this video and hit the subscribe button so y'all don't miss on anything. I sounds like a fucking real ass YouTuber, bro, but yeah. So you make sure y'all like this video and subscribe to the channel. Fuck, whatever, don't do it. Fuck it. All right, soon I'm gonna make a new tutorial again for y'all to learn and watch and enjoy the video, bro. And listen, this project file are gonna available on my Patreon. So if y'all want to learn more deeply and then y'all want to understand on the project by yourself, just go get it on my Patreon, patreon.com/WierdKid, and then y'all should get this project file right away. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope y'all been taking care of yourself, and I hope y'all been focusing on yourself. And I'm out, bruh. Peace.
You on the track now.